What's up, family? Check this, family. I had this incident the other day, right? I'm gonna run it by you and see how you feel about it. But what happened was I got a little grandson, and he acquired this cold or virus, whatever you want to call it, right? And we'll say virus right now. It's relevant. Anyway, whatever it is that he's got, right? Stayed in his chest, made him pretty sick, and he didn't want to take his medicine, so his mother pretty much so let him do what he wanted, all right, which was not taking his medication, doing some of the things that he likes to do most of the time. Eventually, whatever he had turned into pneumonia, all right. Scared everybody, but he's okay now. What I noticed when I was with the young man was that uh, when I started to spend time with him and kick it with him and so forth a little bit more, I acquired the same cold, because that's what I'm gonna call it, a cold. Now, the cold that I acquired lasted for about 3 days, okay? And it stayed in my chest, and I had a runny nose, whole 9 yards. Then what took place was it went away. I got better, no problem. But then what happened was that my daughter, another one of my daughters, acquired that same cold. Brought it back to me, and I got it again. The point of the whole story is when I came online, what you guys don't see is my interaction with these people when nobody's online but me, okay? And I'm doing or saying certain things. You miss most of that because you're not supposed to. They don't want you to see what the fuck is going on. All right? I understand them and why they don't. Anyway, I acquired it again. Started coughing and so forth a couple of days back, pretty good. And these same people online decided to tell me that I had COVID-19. Now, I knew it was a lie at that particular point, but it made me wonder just how many people that have summer colds that have been diagnosed with COVID-19. You see, from what they've explained to us about this biological weapon that they acquired or put together by taking some bat samplings and mixing it with human DNA to create this virus, that it has certain symptoms. Some of those symptoms are similar to the flu or summer cold. And I'm just wondering, how do you look at an individual on the internet and determine if he's got COVID-19? Or should I say, you want him to? Because he's telling everybody to be careful about taking a shot that they also say was able to act as a GPS system and a programming chip that they've asked me to get. Okay? Now, here's the deal. Let me see if you can follow me. It was important to them that I get this code that we're talking about while I was trying to get you guys to be careful about taking anything from it. What you should have learned by now, above everything else, is that if they'll lie to you about infecting you with this shit, because that's what they did, then they'll lie to you about anything. But we've had enough examples of lies to understand that's how they make their living, by lying to us, and we, in return, suffering because we believe they're working in our best interest. Another one of our problems we're having now is the yo-yo money. Okay, they've got this company or that company that wants to get us to use yo-yo money. They said that before the yo-yo money came about, that the government has a right to decide whatever yo-yo money they choose to. And of course, we realize that's not entirely true because it would be involuntary servitude. It would be forcing us to do something that we don't want to, except as a country that was branded as and is supposed to be a democratic society, one in which we vote to do things, and that vote also allows us to be individuals, okay? Meaning that if we don't want to do something, we don't have to. All through the history of this country, no matter what came along, we, they didn't force us to take the vaccine. They didn't force us to do certain things. We sort of just did it because it was best. We believed, and we saw the results from it. Unfortunately, with this thing that they've given us, they want to force us to take this shit. And the more we fight about it, the more they want to force us to take this shit. I'm not the smartest man in the world, family, but I do know for a fact that like with the rest of this shit, the money, and these fake ass laws that are being enforced on us because we don't know or understand the law, we've got to come together and see if we can't fight against these people. Because if not, they will make us do what they want us to do, which is what they really want to motherfucking do anyway. They don't like us having a choice. They don't like us not doing what they tell us to do. Until we realize that it really doesn't matter whether or not you like me, or the next motherfucker that's fighting, or the next motherfucker that's fighting, and that what's important is that we're fighting to save ourselves as well as the next nigga. We don't have to like each other to achieve that. We just have a common goal and cause that we're trying to achieve. It's freedom. We as blacks understand the nature of what freedom is. We still haven't achieved it. But we're willing to fight with any people that are a lack or have a lack of freedom to achieve freedom from the same bullshit all of us are suffering from. It doesn't matter what color you are. Family, think about it and consider the possibilities. Love you. Oh yeah. These last 2 days with that cold, we've gotten better. I'm feeling all right. But it's cool. Bye.